Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Chambers Academy Field House. We are here for the Morgan Backhoe post-game interviews. We're going to start out with our defensive player of the game, my neighbor, my buddy, Colton Fuller. Colton, congratulations, man. Nice night tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We went out there and played good.
It was a very interesting night from our perspective. We talk always about the offensive and the defensive lines of scrimmage. And we always talk about how we think the first couple of series are going to set the tone. And tonight, the offense scored, I think, the first 6 times they touched the ball. I know 5 times for sure. What was the mood of the offense like? How did it just feel being out there and running your offense?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much on the line playing tight end, and all we know to do is just block the best we can. And we know our running backs, quarterbacks, and everybody who touches the ball is going to do the best that they can. Yeah,
and we made a big mistake. We didn't have you in here last week with the linemen, and you are basically on that line. So we'll get you caught up next time. But a couple of plays tonight, Colton. I'm always looking at, things on defense that I want to try to remember. And tonight you had a couple of plays where you did what I think Coach Dillon is always preaching. It's like stay at home. You got to play your place. Right. You can't just freelance when things get moving. And tonight you stayed home on the far side over there and made a big tackle as a guy broke outside. How do you guys practice that? I mean, is it just a mental thing that you go through, or is it the coaches just repeating it over and over?
Well, I mean, we all know what we need to do, and sometimes we do mess up and make mistakes, but every defensive player on the team has got a job, and if everybody does what they're supposed to do, we'll make tackles, and they won't get anywhere.
Well, I thought the execution tonight was really, really good. We had great tackling. I think the last series you were in, it was basically form tackling 101. You got the back. He just tried to make a cut on you, and you just squared up on him and hit him in the grill, and down on the ground he went. It's something that I always appreciate about this defense. This defense, everybody on this defense hits, and they hit hard. How does it feel? How do you guys go through practice with that? Do you hit in practice like you hit tonight?
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, we try not to do all that during practice, but we still get on each other. That's the only way to do it.
Well, I know we're talking to you about really outstanding defensive play tonight. Colton, tell us, Bessemer had a couple of drives where they came out and they kind of switched things off and started throwing that ball in the flat. It was like a little mini over the top. They were kind of dumping it off in the flat. Tell me about that. How did you guys adjust to that?
Well, right at the first, they were trying to run the ball on us, and they realized they couldn't do that. So, I mean, our outside linebackers had started tightening up, and they started dumping it out there, and Coach Dillon just told them to loosen up a little bit so they can get underneath that.
Well, I think that's what we saw from up in the booth. It was like we just made that subtle adjustment, we really just seemed to reduce the space, and it went away because I couldn't understand in one drive, maybe the one right before the half. I mean, I would have just been airing it out, and they run the quarterback draw repeatedly. That play must have lost yardage the entire game.
I know what drive you're talking about. I don't really know what they were trying to do there.
Well, not a lot of things work for the offense. And look, they are undermanned. We know that. They've got really light numbers with a big class that we played in the championship game last year. And those kids came out and played hard. But these guys seem to hang in there, man. They seem to just keep playing.
We looked at their record, and they've only won 1 game this year. And the way they came out and played tonight, you wouldn't think that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a sign, Colton, of things that we have here. First of all, you have pride, you have discipline, and you got great coaching. I mean, that's something I think is kind of a hallmark of this program. And, even in down years, those things do start rebuilding. Those things start putting it up. And look, I remember the first time probably you and I ever talked about football, and it was pretty obvious to me, you're in. It's your game, right? This is the game that you want to play.
Yes, sir, it is.
I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody love football as much as you. It's just really a great thing to see. And it's certainly nice to see you bounce back. Had that little tweak down at McClay. Had me a little bit worried there, but just a little, a tweak's all it was.
That's right. I was good to go. And the emotions got high, and I did hurt my knee a little bit, but I was good to go.
Yeah. Well, it's like that was a tough one to go through. We talked about it in the coach show. I think the team learned a lot about who they are because we did not quit a lick in that game.
Right.
And that game's a lot closer to the final score, but tonight it was never really much of a contest. from the offensive and defensive side, you guys really just ran anything you wanted and basically stopped Bessemer all night long. So next week we're going to head down to Abbeville. We don't know the score tonight, but they could be undefeated as we head down there.
Yes, sir.
What's you guys' attitude about going and playing the last game of the year on the road, potentially with an undefeated team?
Well, we're going to give them their first loss.
I kind of felt like that was coming. Folks, we're going to stop right here and let Colton go and get a shower. Thank you, Colton, very much. Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
We will be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, folks, welcome back to the field house here for the second half of the Morgan backhoe postgame interview. And we are here with big Eli Warden. Eli, congratulations, buddy, on being our player of the game. Just another big night. Tell us about your experiences tonight.
Yes, sir. We came out ready to play. We didn't want to start off flat. I mean, like Colton said, we looked at their record, and but like he also said, they didn't play like they only won one game. They gave us what we needed, and we were ready to play.
Well, I love the way this team lines up and comes out. It's not a swagger, but it is a level of confidence. Do you guys have a first series mentality? I mean, is this something you guys talk about, what the first series, whether it's offense or defense, kind of a tone setter?
Yes, sir. We always try to come out, beginning of the game, set the tone, let them know that our team really loves hitting. So, that's what we come out, try to show that.
Tonight, just watching you carry the ball up, and I guess is that trap play off tackle, and you had a couple of plays where you put an arm on some people and kind of pushing them back, made a couple of moves.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
Instead of just the bull running
Yes,
hard,
sir.
you're making a couple of moves on a couple of plays. Tell me about the one, though. There's one, maybe it's a two-pointer that you scored. I don't think you got touched. It was like you just went in and there was nobody there.
Yes, sir. When we go overload like that, you have Spencer and Jacob Bradley on one side. You know, those are some big fellas, so they're going to push them out of the way.
Well, it was an interesting night, as we said, with Colton here. They were undermanned after having a great year last year and playing us in the championship game. I think they had 8 guys on the sidelines as backups. And the thing, Eli, I appreciated about them is it just looked like they did not quit playing. They were in it. They've had a tough year, but you love to see that kind of fire. Tell me about it. How was the attitude of the Bessemer players?
So, yeah, I mean, they got a great coach. I heard most of their team are pretty young, and a lot of them transferred out. But if they keep on doing what they're doing, they're gonna be a good team.
Yeah. Well, it's an amazing story. Tonight is 10 region wins in a row.
Yes, sir. It's crazy.
Now that's insane. I mean,
sir.
to tell you, 10 years we have not played a road playoff game, and I think Coach said last night since 2015, which makes sense. This is 2025. See how good I am at the math.
Yes, sir.
But it's awesome to think about. And it is such an advantage to come to Torbert Allen, play in front of this great crowd. Mm-hmm. Tell me one other thing. When you guys come out, I know you're football focused, and I know you're trying to get prepared. How much does the crowd impact you when you first step out? And those bleachers are really full and they're kind of loud.
Yes, sir. When you see all them lights, you think you're in a little college stadium for a second there. It's crazy. Our crowd, they do a great job. They always bring it, either on the away games. They make us really who we are.
Well, buddy, I just want to congratulate you. I know you're a senior. We wish you had you for 2 or 3 more years. But the last one tonight for you at this field, regular season.
Yes, sir.
Any emotions about that by seniors, yourself, and others?
Yes, sir. I mean, there's going to be emotions knowing that this is the last regular season game, but we know there's greater things after this. You know, we want to win that 3.
I agree with you. And look,
Yes, sir.
the last time you and I talked in Montgomery
Yes,
was
sir.
in that same spot. So we want to just not look too far forward. We're going to think about Abbeville, but in the back of our minds, we know the ultimate goal for this year.
Yes, sir.
Man, we appreciate you. Congratulations on a great job tonight. Have a good one next week, and
Yes, sir.
we'll see you soon.
You know it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morgan Backhoe, a licensed septic installer with 28 years of experience, serving Chambers, Lee, Tallapoosa, and Randolph counties. We install new septic systems, repair existing systems, and inspect and pump septic tanks. If it won't flush, call us, 334-497-0800.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Chambers Academy Fieldhouse. after the big 62-7 victory over Bessemer. Got Coach Jason Allen here. Coach Allen, how do you feel the team came out this evening after that coming back in and getting back into the swing of things here in Lafayette?
Yeah, I thought our kids played hard tonight. I don't know that we were as sharp from our mindset was maybe not as focused as we probably could have been. The touchdown we gave up was definitely, a miscommunication, and we just didn't play the proper technique and just didn't see it coming. But, we were by far the better team, and we knew that coming in. So as a coach, when you know that, you got to decide what do you want to do, how are you going to get better that week. And so we worked really hard at just being better at what we do. So that was a little bit discouraging that we gave up the long touchdown pass. But overall, a win is a win, and it's hard to be real picky about winning 61 to, was it 61 or 62 to 7?
Yeah.
62 to 7. So it's really hard to be picky about that. I'm really proud of the outright region championship. That's 10 in a row, which is huge in my mind, and so really excited for our seniors. This is a great class, and they deserve this.
Yeah, 10 regions in a row. What a feat to have here. And like you said last night, the coaches show there's a lot of folks that went into that, 10 years of winning the region and stuff. Kind of give us an idea of what it's like to hit the road during playoff season in the AISA. Is it a tough venture, or is it something that's, easy to handle?
I don't know. And so, it was 2015. We went and played in the semifinals against a really good South Choctaw team and upset them at their place. I think it is tougher when you go to somebody else's place in the playoffs. They have a lot of fans. It's just you're not at home. You have to make a long trip usually. So, I think it's a huge deal, and so we're gonna take it and we're gonna run with it. Hopefully, you still got to play, so you got to win that first round or it's over. And we've almost gotten upset before in the first round back in 2019. So when the second season starts, you just got to play with a great sense of urgency, no matter whether you're home or away. But home, I think, tends to be the advantage for the home team.
Okay, looking forward a little bit into the first round of the playoffs. Who are we going to match up against? Do you know yet?
Yeah, so it looks like if I study the bracket correctly, we're going to get the loser of Fort Dale versus Morgan tonight. I haven't heard a score on that yet, so that's what we'll be matched up with.
It was tied up at halftime last time I checked.
Okay. So it will be a rematch, whichever team, which we've played both of them, so we'll get a rematch with one of those teams.
And are the playoff games on Friday nights or Thursday nights?
Okay, so the first round will be a Friday this year for 3A, and then the second round will be on a Thursday, and then of course that's the 13th, and the championship game will be on Thursday the 20th at Crampton Bowl.
Oh, okay. All right. Glad we got that cleared up. I saw something out there and wanted to make sure I wasn't reading it incorrectly. So one more regular season game as we head down to Abbeville. Any insight into what's happening down there? They've turned that program around in 1 year pretty quickly.
Yeah, we've seen them a few times on film. They've got a fantastic kid at quarterback that's committed to Missouri. They got some kids that can run around and catch the ball, and they got a fast running back. And so, and they were undefeated going in tonight. I think they're in a really tight one with Edgewood last time I checked. So, possibility we're going down there and play a 9-0 Abbeville team, and we play this Thursday as well.
That's right. So
they wanted to move that game to Thursday because of Halloween.
All right. Well, anything else you want to add for the folks at home?
Yeah, just thank you everybody so much for coming out. It was a huge crowd to support these seniors. This is a fantastic senior class, and I'm really close to these guys, and I've been coaching them since they were in Pee Wee, and so I'm just really glad that they got the opportunity to play in front of a great crowd on their senior night, and like I tell them guys all the time, it's great to play for the CNEA.
Thanks, Coach. We'll see you guys next Thursday down in Abbeville. See you then.